So, I just saw the Garfield movie. And it was pretty bad. Before I even get into the review, I want to talk about my cinema experience because that honestly can make or break a movie. Our cinema experience. Wow, wow. I was meant to get on call, but no one's online. Anyway, our cinema experience was hilarious. It was packed with kids and they were running around and screaming through the movie, and Sam was like, look over there. I looked over and there was this like fully grown man just in a blonde Elsa wig.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It was drip nonetheless, but anyway, let's get on to the actual movie review. I'm going to start off with the positives, because there are not many. Firstly, the animation style, the fact that they made it look like the comics, I thought was genius. It kept the movie feeling fresh throughout, and it was very interesting to look at. It felt very clean, it felt very nice to gaze upon. And another thing that they did really well in this movie was the lighting. Oh my goodness, the lighting was so good. The way that the light would react with all these objects and naturally light up a room, it felt real. It didn't feel forced. Even like the backdrops and the ground, the light reacted with like normally like it should, and you could tell just so much effort was put into the animation. However, besides from those things, this movie was really bad, like really bad. I'm gonna start off with the voice acting. Who saw that coming? Chris Pratt did a horrible job. Like absolutely awful job. There were scenes in the movie where you could see Garfield like really trying to express himself either with anger or with pretty much any emotion, and these things didn't line up, the animation with the voice acting, because Chris Pratt just went there and monotoned his entire lines, his entire speech. In fact, he was probably only in the recording booth for the running time of the movie. But in saying that, he didn't really have much to work with because the script was also awful. An absolutely horrible script with absolutely cringe dialogue, and just cheap jokes were thrown there at no expense at all. I think I sighed more times in this movie than there were words in the script. Oh my goodness. The story as well. What even was it? It was like the Cars 2 of the Garfield universe, if Cars 2 was horrible. It didn't really know what it was going for. There was a lot happening. There was your little campy Garfield movie. There was your heartfelt, heavy emotion, father-son movie. There was a heist movie. It's just too much was happening at once, and nothing was coherent. It didn't make sense. Every single character that I liked, aka the two birds that were in this movie, they both died. Spoilers, I'm sorry, but they both died pretty much immediately. All I remember from this movie is hating it. There was this really dumb like Top Gun reference with these drones towards the end of the movie, and they played the Top Gun music, and then like a minute after that happened, Garfield was like, he looked at the camera, he's like, I do my own stunts. And so does Tom Cruise. This movie had a really strange problem with pacing. Like, it would take too long to get to this main plot that they were working around for like 20 minutes, and then that would go by in about 3. Like, seriously, the pacing didn't make any sense. Anytime there was an attempt at emotion, it didn't work because it was put into the wrong part of the movie. Like, it was just slapped in there for no reason. Besides, oh, we got to do this. I noticed this movie tended to repeat itself a lot, giving the audience information that they already witnessed, and like the exact same thing. You know, like a character be like, okay, Garfield, we have this plan where we're gonna walk around here and then infiltrate this place exactly like this. And then Garfield would be like, okay, so what you're telling me is we have this plan where we walk around here and infiltrate this place exactly like this. As in, they repeated this word for word, and it happened more than once, and it kind of felt like they're just doing it for the runtime. There were a lot of recycled jokes. The soundtrack was completely recycled. They had like 3 songs that they played 8 times throughout the movie. Even the score was bland and boring, like the cinematography in this movie. Oh my days. Such a bore, this movie. There were even some like character traits that the characters would grow in an instant and not be justified at all. You know, like certain characters would develop quirks out of nowhere about halfway through the movie instead of when we first saw them. None of the characters were likable except for the birds, and they all died. There are about 20 different productions working on this movie, and all of the effort went into the animation. That's really all I had to say about this bad movie. Don't watch it. Anyway, that's my honest review of the movie, of the Garfield movie, guys. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. It was that bad. Please trust me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day.